There's some track.
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Fish, two fish. Flashlight's running loose. Hold on. Blue fish. Fish, two fish. Flashlight's running loose. Hold on. Okay, flashlight is back in its home. Okay, which is sounding okay. Let's just double check the YouTube ski. Almost forgot to start YouTube today. Did this come live? If I refresh it, do I see the YouTube? Is the YouTube up? There it is. If I refresh it, do I see the YouTube? Is the YouTube up? There it is. All right, I think we're good to go. Mike is there. Rod Shelley is there. And we're ready to do stuff. It's Rod Shelley. Charles isn't going to be with us tonight. But we are blessed with Rod's presence. Here, I'll also shout out Charles, who won't join us tonight, but give him a follow anyhow. There we go. I am going to work on... I've been working on the Starheart. I'm eventually going to get that submitted to Daz. But I think we'll work a little bit on the Summer Blush some more. Where were we with that? I don't remember. I think I still need to do morphs. Some think that's actually what, to be Rod Shelley or to be Charles? Hey, that needs a... Oh, that does have a... I have to fix... That needs to be fixed. That thumbnail right there. Let's do this. Someday I'm going to fix this chat so it doesn't repeat everything twice. You can't see it, but I can see it. Having you around is not a curse, Rod. It is a joy and a pleasure to have you here, buddy. We're browsing to folder. Browse to folder. Did that do something? There we go. All right, that needs to be fixed right there. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to resize you to the appropriate size. Resize with image resizer. You feel all warm and fuzzy inside. That's right, Rod. Did that work? Did I do something there? Not quite sure that did what I wanted to do. Let's try this again. I may have accidentally clicked, don't resize something. Is that art? I'm not seeing, is this not refreshing? Refresh. There it is. I got it twice. My stupid thing wasn't refreshing. Hey, and it's Art. Everybody say howdy, Art. Where you at? Disabled American Veteran. That means he's over on Twitch tonight. Okay, so the bad news is our good friend DJ Ray lost power. He was actually streaming last night without power. He's hardcore, baby. Hardcore. So they had really... I think he's in the Pittsburgh area. Over in... No, he's in Pennsylvania. You're not even that upset about getting a $600 tax bill? Because he was expecting it? Are we good here? Let's refresh that. There we go. I got my thumbnail. Thumbnails are good. How are we looking over here? I need to make the material files for that. We did the material files for the shoes, so those are good. D-Force presets need to be done, hierarchical materials, and all the shaders have been renamed. Okay, let's work on... I need to add some morphs. So we're going to do a little bit of that tonight, and then maybe 8 o'clock we'll switch back over to making makeup. I really, really want to get makeup made. So we'll see how well that works out. And then after doing it for Genesis 8, we'll see if I've got any energy left for Genesis 9. But anyhow, let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need corrective morphs on the necklace. And also I'm going to get the starter morphs on this part here. So first things first, let's load in that. And now my arm starts to get sore. I don't know. I'm worried I'm getting arthritis. Damn. Oh. All right, let's put you on. Let's put you on. Let's put you on. Let's put you on. Actually, I'm going to move these. Let's see how this works. I'm going to just do these. And I want to see how our morphs look. The reason I'm getting these weird gray colors is I updated and now my colors are all wonky. I haven't had a chance to go break my colors again. You always get punished whenever you update, especially Daz. Daz is vicious. Parameters. Let's select our Genesis. Let's run through the favorites. And we'll do the chest morphs. And the only thing that's going to get affected by chest morphs is going to be the necklace. So we're just going to kind of zoom in on that. And I'm just going to kind of do that and see if we need to fix any of these. Maybe... You know, we could have... I think there's a way I can load these in, lock them down, and then they won't do anything. And you know what? I'm in the wrong camera. Let's go to perspective camera. The thing I like about perspective camera is you can't undo it. Kind of was expecting it. Didn't file in 2024. Didn't think we had to, being on SS and all. Forgot we cashed in some of Joe's bonds. Oh, I'm sorry. So you owe a little bit of that. Those rat pink commie bastards. Always looking for a way to get your money out of your pocket. Those are looking fine. That's probably going to be okay. Big bosoms looks fine. Gonna do that. You know what? I'm in edit mode. Let's turn edit mode off. That looks fine. El Natural. These are looking... It's moving a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think I might tweak the cleavage a little bit. But other than that... Oh, it's butt butchers. Yeah. Well, I understand your boy Donnie wants to get rid of taxes. He's just going to make Mexico pay for it all. You love tweaking cleavage. Yeah, we've now moved on to... Do I want to fix that, adjust that? You know what? I think I'm going to customize that morph a little bit. The body size. He thought that was Cleveland. No, he wants wants to get rid of taxes, and he wants to acquire Greenland and Canada. And in trade, he'll give him Toledo and Detroit. Um, all right, let's see. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna load in this shape. I'm gonna export this. So we're gonna do a little bit of exporting. We're gonna open this up in Blender. We're gonna make a morph for this necklace that'll look nicer with the bodybuilder dialed in. I want to select this. Do you have? It doesn't make any difference, but I do have it in high resolution. We'll switch you back to base. Now he wants to use the military to police us. Uh-oh. I hadn't heard that one yet. Not surprised, though. I think he's got a saying. What would Adolf do? All right, I'm going to export the necklace. I'm going to call this. This is body. Actually, I got a name here. I'm in the wrong folder here, but this I just happen to be. Am I in the right? No, that is not the right. I don't want those. Never mind. I'm going to come over here, and we're going to come over here, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to take, what is it, bodybuilder size. That's what I want this to be called. And then I'm going to save you back over here. I'm going to copy this because it's going to get away from me. I just know it. This is in my dress folder, so let's go find dresses. This is the summer blush outfit going into the whip folder. I don't have a morph folder yet. Let's make one. New folder. Morphs. This just helps me keep organized. I'm going too fast. New folder. Necklace. It did it again. I tried going into the folder, but it didn't register the folder name just yet. All right, I'm going to save you right there. I know. I know. Well, he's pushing it as much as he thinks he can get away with, and if he gets away with it, he's one of those people. If you give him an inch, he'll try to get another one. That's exactly what they're doing. Oh, I'm still exporting. I think this is good. We're going to do that. All right, let's launch Blender. Oh, hold on a second. I got to do something. I'll be right back. I'll be back. I'm back. You know, the chinchillas really don't like it. So I decided to stop bringing them on stream because they just, it's, I don't know. One's a little better with it than the other one. One of them really doesn't like it. And so, I don't know, instead of stressing the chinchillas out, I figured I would just stop pimping them for views. As cute as they are, I don't know, maybe special occasions. Okay, we got that. We got our Blender launched. Could have sworn I hit the Blender launch button. Let's try the Blender launch button again. There we go. Let's put Blender over here. Let's load in. I'm going to do an import. I don't know. Do I have a more file in here? That would be almost convenient, wouldn't it? If I sort you by name, I'm looking for FBM, full body size. Excellent. There we go. All right, let's go get that necklace now. So we're going to import that. I don't know, somewhere in recents, but I can't seem to find it. So we'll go to projects and work our way down. Chinchillas prefer Tchaikovsky anyhow. They did a survey. I remember that now that you mention it. I was third on their list of least favorite people. Fortunately, Trump and Hitler were below me. So at least I got that. Although I'm kind of bummed because Putin is just above me. I can't believe they prefer Putin. And I forget what I'm doing. I'm looking for the dress. We're going to get that necklace and we're going to reshape it. I'm going to do this twice though. Whereas the dresses. There we go. There's a whip. I'm going to grab a copy of the necklace. Here should be the same. And I want to shape that similar to this here. So we're going to kind of we're going to swap that out. So what I want to do is I want to fit this so that it looks better. And we're just going to pop in. We're just going to do proportional editing. And we kind of want this to line up with this, but not quite as janky. Sacrilege. All right, let's see if I can move this. Do that. All right, let's adjust my fall off. I like that, so we're going to just pull that up there. Just going to kind of grab that. Just that, so we're going to just kind of pull that out. Maybe a little bit like, you know what I should do? Grab that and maybe something over here, and then I can pull both of those kind of up together. And then maybe we pull them forward a little. I think I want to pull that one forward a little. I still think I need to. Here, I'm going to do that. Grab those. Pull that. And now I can't see what I'm doing. I think that's going to be good. So this, I think we'll just pull that out a little like that. We're going to do this later on too to help fix a joint corrective morph. Okay, you guys are stuck back in here somewhere. So let's maybe, and you know what? I'm going to pull all of this out. Maybe just like that. Maybe up a little bit further. So am I happy with that? So we're just going to go around the edges and just see. Actually, here, we're going to do this. We're going to pop inside. And then I can see where I need to fix it. Y'all. And maybe come up this way a little bit. Go out that way a little bit. Maybe up a little bit more. I think that's going to be good enough. So that's going to be my... It's a little deformed, not as bad as the other one. All right, let's export that. I'm going to overwrite this. going to switch to my presets and export, and we should be good. So we're going to pop back over here. I'm going to load that in as a new morph target. It's kind of a green. It is a little weird. I want to see you from the inside. Is that there's a song lyric in there somewhere. I've got the wrong thing selected. Let's select that. Okay, so we're going to load in our morph fix for this. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Let's go get my morph target. And of course, I'm in the pulp folder because that's where it was earlier today. I just went the wrong way. There we go. There's that. Back into here. Hey, look, there's a more folder. Hey, I've got something for necklaces. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Open. So ideally, this will fix this shape when we dial in this. Fingers crossed. Yay! All right, that looks a little bit better than what we had. All right, moving along. I'm also going to we're also going to kind of do that for the cleavage. So back to here, back to here. We are currently have a bodybuilder size dialed in. I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so if we do bodybuilder, you know, that looks okay. Okay, how's heavy look? You know what? That actually got stretched over there, so we're going to not do that. We're going to fix that. They're going to kind of do the same thing. Let's import in the necklace again, and let's hide that and bring in another one. Was that an import? That was an import. Probably was the last thing I brought. I'm looking for my necklace. It should be right here. Right there. There it is. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to hide these. We're going to bring in a heavy shape. So I should have a heavy shape in here somewhere. FBM heavy. There we go. Okay, so just uses a guide. We're going to take this one here. It's kind of janked up, but we're going to export this out. And I need to copy the name. There we go. I need that. We're going to come over here. I need G8F Morse. I need to copy this text right here because I can't remember how to spell FBM heavy. You think that would be easy, right? Control C. Okay, so then I'm going to export this out. And there we are. We're in the right spot now. I'm going to call you heavy. Save that. Accept. Pop back into Blender. Bring in the heavy one. I'm in the wrong folder now. That's okay. We're in the right folder. Grab that. Am I import? I am importing. So we kind of wanted to line up with that. And we are editing this one. So we're going to move this around. I'm going to start by kind of maybe bringing it up like that. And then I think we're just going to scale it a little bit. And then I'm going to try to adjust it to fit a little bit better. So we're probably, you know, that's probably good enough. I probably don't need the other one. I didn't need the other one that much anyhow. So I'm going to hide that. All right, now we're going to get creepy. There we are. Don't look at the head. You'll have nightmares. All right. So in here, it kind of gives me a feel for what I need to do to get it outside. So I can easily select the parts that I know I need to move. And it makes it real easy to spot. So let's take a look. Okay, you can kind of see we got to kind of fix this stuff. We're just going to select a few of these. And I'm just going to pull that back. And I'm going to just dial you in. And we should be able to do, let's take a look and see. And that's going to be the heavy morph. So we're going to do that. Although part of me, you know what, I'm going to pull these down a little bit, I think. Maybe over here instead. Gotta grab dinner. All right, see you, Rod. Do that. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, let's export that. It's a little twisted, but should be okay. All right, we're going to save over that, export, pop back into here, and then load that in as a morph target. And accept that. And that looks okay. All right, moving along. You know, I still have a little bit of that. You are not zeroed out. Let's zero you out. Control Shift F that. That went too fast. All right, let's try this again. So we had stopped at heavy. So that's looking fine. Hair isn't too bad. Thin is okay, and voluptuous is just fine. All right, I'm just going to do one more. I'm going to update the. Now that I think about it, that's probably. Do I want to change that? I think I'm going to change that. I think I'm going to update this. We can do this. This is going to be a slacker method. I don't need these anymore. I do want the necklace again. And I'm just going to save this out and we're going to give it a new name. There we go, over here. So I'm in my secret morph file. I can just copy this thing right here. This is PBM breast cleavage. Copy that. Come over here. I'm going to export with this name. I'm going to say export that, and let's see how this goes. Select that. I have the cleavage dialed in. Do this, do that. Select cleavage more, open that up. Over here and accept. There we go. So now when we dial cleavage, it'll kind of just hold its shape. And I think that's good for, well, we're not quite done with the necklace just yet. I have to make some corrective morphs here. So when we do this with the arm, that is just awful looking. we can kind of fix that a little bit. Part of it is if that goes all the way, there's not much of a gap there. Also, when I use the dress, this and the dress are going to hit each other. I think I'm just going to have to live with that. But this I can fix so it works a little bit better. But before I do that, I'm going to just quickly save these morphs we already fixed. So I'm just going to do that. We're just save all the morphs on that. Okay, it's good. Now I'm going to fix this. We're going to see currently used. And I'm pretty sure this is the one. Although, when did you kick in? So there's a morph here. Right here. I'm going to swap that out with this. Now, what are you? Let's reset. Now we'll come back over here and see what's currently used. Nothing. So if I just take that, I'm in the wrong thing. And if we just bend like that, and come over here and look at currently used. Okay, so I need to just, so when this gets launched, we're going to make a morph that's going to fix it. Basically, what I'm going to do is we're going to export this out, and then we're going to reshape the necklace in Blender. I'll be back, watching and a munchin'. Excellent. We're going to make a morph that fixes this shape. So we're going to save this. Actually, we're going to do this. Right here, I'm going to copy that. This one right here. We're copying the name of that morph. Copy. And then we're going to save this with that name. So click here to, there we go, export. I'm going to just say V to that. And we're going to accept that. I'm going to come over here. This is in perfect shape, so you know what? I'm going to make a copy of that. And I'm going to hide the copy. One of those portable dinners with TV in front of it. Dang! Do they still say TV? I occasionally still eat that stuff. Not a lot. I used to do it more. I used to take them to work. Well, I would buy them at work, actually. There was a market near where I worked. I would buy them and stick them in the freezer. And I do have pot pies. Those little $1 each Swanson pot pies. I got a bunch of those in the... Alright, I'm importing. We're going to get this. We're going to make a... There we go. So what I need to do is I need to take this and fit it to that so it doesn't look too janky. So hopefully... Here, let's turn this on. So hopefully we can just kind of move that over using this. And I'm going to turn the X-ray off because now it's kind of just in the way. So I want to get you up to about here. I want to take a look at the back and see if I'm deforming the back too much. I am kind of deforming the back, aren't I? You know, that's probably going to be okay. All right. We're going inside again. All right, let's see. I'm going to put those over there. I'm going to see if maybe we can pull these in like that. I'm at that point where these beads are actually larger than this gap. So I'm going to just try to fit them in as well as I can. I'm going to just get that one out over there. Actually, we might be able to pull these up just a little bit more. Maybe we do that. We'll grab these two. And maybe we could just pull up, 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 up. Now I want to see how janky it's gotten. You know what? That's not too bad. I think I'm going to live with that. It's kind of a little twisted in here, but it's not horrible. We call that good enough. Sure enough. All right, let's export that out. I'm going to overwrite this. I'm being bold. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to do it. All right, now I'm going to load that in. And then when this happens, the fix morph should kick in. So let's do that. Import. Choose my morph file. There's the fix morph. Say open that. I'm going to slide you over here. So when I say accept, I can see the difference. Say OK. And I think I'm good. So let's see how this looks when we actually just move the left collar up and down. So what I want to do is I want to set that morph so it only goes from 0 to 55 and it doesn't do negative 10. But other than that, I'm happy with that. So let's come over here when I look for currently used. So that morph, you know what? That morph currently isn't doing anything. I don't see it. Let's run you the other way. And then let's come over here. Take a look. There's my morph right there. Grayed out. I can't read that really. But if I come in here, we can set this to be, let's say use limits, and we can set the min to be 0 and accept that, and we should be good. I like that. Let's test a couple other things in here. Let's say all equal control E on that. So I just want to double check the front and the back. I looked at the front and the back on these before, and they're not bad. So that's okay. Twisted. You know that twisted looks all right. Control E that. Let's check this arm. If we do this, nothing happens. Okay, I think I'm good. Now we just got to do the other shoulder. We're just going to bend that all the way up. And then we're going to come back over to here. This isn't symmetrical, otherwise I could just flip it and use that, but I can't do that with this. Part of it has to do with just the way I built it. Also, that clasp, that's not symmetrical. So that's the reason why we have a copy in here. I don't need you anymore. So we're going to say, actually, we got to find this morph here. So we're going to do that thing where we're looking for currently used. There it is. I can't read that, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking for. Copy that. Okay, export this out. Like so. Control V. We're going to name it that. We're going to overwrite that later. Okay, pop back into here. So we're going to import. This is the right one now. I can see the difference too. There's the size of there's the one with the necklace, and there's that larger one. All right, now we just need to make this fit like we did last time. Gonna just do this. We're gonna start by just, oops, I'm in the wrong thing. Popping into here, kind of getting you loosely dragged into place. I'm gonna adjust that. I'll just kind of pull you up. You know, I'm going to adjust that out further, I think. Or do I want to do this? Let's try this. Okay, that's a start. All right, now we're going to go into. You knew it. You knew this was coming, right? And I'm going to adjust the fall off. And we're just going to work that in here a little bit. Gonna head to bed early. Hey, thanks for being here, Art. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Art. All right, I hope you get some good rest. And if you run into Charles in Slumberland, say hi for me. Actually, did that work? Am I done already? Kind of. Maybe a little. I put this one up a lot higher than the other one, didn't I? I think that might do the trick. Let's take a look. I think we're good. I think I like that. All right, we're going to save that as our morph target now. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing. I think this is good. I think this is good. All right. Pop back over here. Let's do select you, load in my new morph target. Come over here, select that, say okay, accept. I'm optimistic that worked. Ooh, that looks so much nicer. All right, we're going to set that so it goes from 0 to 100. So let's do that. We're kind of there. We go right there. I think you are it. Use limits and I think yeah, and accept, and we should be good. Let's just do a quick check here. Check, 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 check. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. There it is. I think that's looking good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think I'm done with the necklace morphs, actually. Except, well, I will eventually add some adjustment morphs to this so that you can move it around a little bit. But for today, we have the basic morphs and we have a couple corrective morphs. We're going to save those again, just to be safe. Okay, I wasn't really watching the shoes. That's the main part I wanted to work on today. I think if I'm lucky, I don't have to do anything with this except, you know what? I didn't check this, how this looks on the handbands. That could use a little fix on that handband, couldn't it? I have an idea. Do we have a... Is there a corrective morph kicking in for that? I think there is. I think if I just load this in and move it up a little bit, we can use that as the hand corrective morph. So here, let's... All of this is so freaking tedious. Parameter settings, I want that name right there. Or let's try to do, let's weight maps. I haven't even touched the weight maps on this yet. That is the right hand. Oh, that's Doi. I was looking at the necklace. So the right hand on that, touch that up, come over here, general weights. You know what? If I just smooth those out, does that help any? Take that up all the way, make these larger. I don't know if that did anything. God, that is just so slow. And ineffective. Also, let's check. That says head. I don't want the head. I want the hand. There we go. So if I twist you, that's not too bad. So I don't have to fix that. If we do side to side, that could probably stand a little bit of fixing too. Let me check something here. I'm going to import. So we're going to bring in a copy of the bracelet and see how that lines up. I might actually just move the bracelet a little bit and re-rig it and set it up so that it doesn't really bend much. But we'll see. Something in here should say Starheart. Let's sort by name. Makes it easier to maybe find something. Starheart. I'm in the wrong folder. I'm back in Starheart. No wonder I can't find it. In here. So we're looking for summer blush bracelet. And this probably is for what you might call it. So let's maybe do this here. We'll put in new folder. Bracelets GAF. And I'm going to cancel that. And we'll just undo, put that back. And let me export this out. I'm making sure my mass resolution is at base. Excellent. Okay, export. And we're going to put you over here into this bracelets. Bracelet R. Let's do that. Okay, I'm just going to bring that right back in. Oh, I'm back in the, I keep forgetting. You got to navigate. There we go. Blush. Whip. Morphs. Bracelet. I'm going to just grab that. Okay, so that looks good. So when we bend the hand or go side to side on the hand, You know, it is hitting just a little bit. So I think maybe if we move the bracelet just a little bit back. Maybe like that. And then I can set up some. And then we do this. I think this way was okay. So I'm going to reposition that bracelet right there. And then I think we can just maybe take off the, except for this. Let's see how the bend goes again. So the solution to this may be just to slide the bracelet back on the arm a little bit. And I am going to add a fix more for that, I think. Because I don't want to go too far back. Because then I think it might look weird. So if I set it farther back so that where it bends is where we put the bracelet, maybe I'll just go ahead and do that. And then I can just remove weight maps and I'm probably good to go. And then I just have to do this to the other side. So if I stick you here, I gotta rotate you a little bit, don't I? I think I want to rotate you a little bit more. All right, we're going to just double check the hand here. I'm going to hide the hide this. Where do you go? Hide you. So twisting side by side a little bit, but I might not. All right, I think that might be good. Oops. All right, so we're gonna update the geometry and then we're gonna tweak the rigging a little bit. So is that gonna look okay if we do this? I think it might, but I want that to actually set a little bit better on there. Well, you know what? That kind of pops up, doesn't it? Yeah, but I'm far enough away where I'm out of the real danger zone here. So I think I can. It might. Let's try this. All right, so I'm going to export that over this. I want to say O2 actually. Let's do that. Oh, that's an import. Damn it. That should be an export. Okay, hide that. Import existing file. You're kind of big, aren't you? Did I export out at a high resolution or something? I did not. Let's double check my surfaces, make sure I'm not going to cry. Oh, got all sorts of goofy ass names. Damn you. I can clean that up, still it's kind of tedious. Let's run the transfer tool. That's the Morphloader. You are the transfer tool. You are my Genesis 8. You are bracelet. Full body. Accept that. All right, let's check our stuff here. It still gets a little deformed. But I might be able to shut that down. So if we come into... Do I want to use that? I think I am going to use that. All right, so I'm going to overwrite my current right wrist with this one. And I think I can make some tweaks to the performance so it doesn't deform as much like that. So I think if there's a morph in there, I think if we lock it down. And I'm going to just do the left side like this, and then we can play with some makeup. I think we'll do that. And my brain has stopped. I'm going to come over. I'm going to go into the geometry editor. I'm going to pop over here into tool settings. I'm going to select the necklace, to the bracelet. I'm going to clean all this garbage off here that got added with all my exports. All right, let me see if I can apply my materials. Yay! All right, I'm going to save this out. Actually, yeah, I'm going to save this out, then we're going to reload it. I'm actually going to do a couple of things. We're going to rename some things here. So here, that is necklace. Let me clamp you down. I'm going to steal this name here. Copy that. I'm going to delete that. We're going to replace that with this. I'm going to come over here. So we're going to save that over this one right here. So I'm going to do this is save as a figure prop asset. We are, of course, in the Starheart folder. So we're going to go over to our dress. There we go, people. 8 clothing, me. Oh man, I'm yawning. Bracelet, there we go. Save. Yes. Product. Summer blush. That should be good. You are an follower. Accessory. Arm. Right wrist. And you are an accessory. Arms lower. Okay. Should be good. I should be able to just delete this. I'm going to be bold. Select that, put that on. It should look excellent. Okay, now we're going to set it up so it doesn't deform like that when we bend the hand. So there should be a morph working on this thing. So if we come into here and say currently used, that should be that thing right there. So I think if I just leave that on, I can come in here and say use limits. And can I just clamp you down to 0? Does that work? And accept that. That kind of works, except there's something else going on in here. So I'm not going to do that. I have a plan. I think if I load in, let's copy this. Let's try this. Let's try to be sneaky. Copy. And let's load in a morph target to overwrite that. So choose morph files. So in bracelet, this is the one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that here. I'm not getting a refresh. There it is. We're going to rename that. Same as that corrective morph. And then I'm going to open this up. I'm going to hope that that suddenly will pop back into shape. Hey, there we go. All right, let's check our other bends on the hand. Oops. If I go this way, all right, something else kicked in. I'm just gonna, so we're just gonna do the same thing. So now I've got another morph that kicked in there. We're just gonna swap that out. Back over to here. We're gonna look for our currently used. Come over here. Grab that. I might adjust this morph later on in Blender, but for right now, we're gonna start like this. And I'm gonna load in a morph target. I'm just going to kind of do the same thing we did last time. You know, make a copy of that. Change the name of that to be the... God damn it. Cancel that. I accidentally cancel that. I got to come back over here. I lost this name. I accidentally copied instead of pasting. All right, now we're going to try this again. Okay, now I can just Control V. There we go. That looks better. Although that totally needs to be changed. We definitely just need to take this and pull it. And I think I can just eyeball that in Blender now that I'm looking at it. So here we're going to import this one right here. That's the one I'm going to fix. So what I want to do is I want to take this and just pull it back. So let's tab in, select you, and you know what, I'm going to select you as well. And I just kind of want this stuff to come maybe this way. I'm going to make a copy of this just to use as a guide. And from looking at it, I know I kind of want this, so I can see just a little bit of this over here. So if I clear that kind of like that, that should be good. Just going to export that. We're going to overwrite this one right here. Pop into here and update that. I might be able to do this with ZBrush too. I should have, this might have been easier with ZBrush. Except ZBrush is a little wonky and harder for me to use sometimes. All right, we're going to fix that. Let's see how this goes. There we go. Looking nice. God, I gotta do this to the other side, and then I gotta do. I don't know if how bad Genesis 9 will be. I'm totally just gonna finish this one. Then I want to get on the makeup. Uh, all right, let's do side to side since we're on a roll now. What am I? Why am I not currently used? That's my problem. So side to side's a lot better. I may just let that go. Does that get weird over there? I don't know. Maybe we should fix it. Let's see. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. All right, you talked me into it. Let's come over here. We're just looking for currently used. Do I have any weird adjustments? I don't have any little weird adjustments, do I? Oh, dang it. There is no corrective morph for that. It's just... So maybe I can just weight paint it off. Except my weight painting's being so janky with this. Okay, can I just... See, that fixes it. I could probably do a select and... There we go. We're going to do that. All right, now let's double check and see how this... God damn it. All right, looks fine. Is good. That went wonky because I changed the weight paint. So I should probably reload those now. So we're going to do that. Let's reload the bend up. I had the wrong thing selected, so it said no way, Jose. Let's try that again. No, that's not where you belong. My arm got moved. I gotta reload this. Dang it, dang it. All right, now I'm gonna... I must have moved the arm or something. Oh man, I broke it. I broke it. Dag nabbit. Well, what about the other way? Are you broken too? I'm going to load you in. I'm going to load you in, not it's load you in so I can fix you guys. Wait a minute, you are in the right spot. What the hell? Oh, no, that was the down. Down is in the right spot, so I can use that here. I should be able to reload that in here. Okay, so that one's fine. So we fixed one. Gotta fix the other one. Go away. Want this one here. You are in the right spot. So what the hell happened? Let's put the hand back. That's looking good. Why is it when I loaded this in, it goes over there? I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to be optimistic that somehow I screw up with something. So I want this one. I'm going to open that. And accept. I did an import. I didn't do a morph target. Damn it. Let's try this again. I want that one. I'm going to open that. I'm going to accept that. And now it's all hunky-dory. So I have no idea how I broke that. All right, we're good. I think we're good. I'll just do some... I'm going to break it again now. Because that's what we do around here. All right, looks fine. Whoops. Oh, twistings I never had a problem with. Side by side. Oops. I got a little bugaboo on my side by side there. I can just fix that with a weight. So we got to come back over here to here. Get that weight brush out of here, in here. I could have sworn. I guess we had just a couple little bugaboos in there. So let's try this. Let's come to tool settings and choose our general weights. Let's select all. Let's just do a fill selected to 0. And that fixes it. Okay. Should be good now. Clear my selection. And I'm just going to resave this. Finally, I think I finally got this one working, so it's not wonky. And then I just got to do all of that for this one. I'll do that later. We'll come back to here. I think I'm ready to just save that necklace out. Or save that bracelet out again. Okay, be careful, Chris. Let's save over the right thing. Summer Blush Bracelet R for the right hand. Genesis 8 female. That's what we're working on. Save. I forgot to select it. Save. Yes, we're going to overwrite. That looks good. That looks good. I have to do this again. And should be good. Okay, so I got a necklace that works and I got a bracelet that works. I'm going to take a quick look at the shoes. And then we're going to make eyeshadows. I'm going to resave all my liners too. I have to rework the eyeliners a little bit. You know what? That looks like it's going to be okay. It's probably fine. Yeah, that was okay. I still have to get rid of the individual toes in these shoes, though, I think. I might want to touch that up just a little bit. I don't know. I mean, given the shape of the foot, the shoes are doing okay. Probably, yeah. We're gonna move. We're not gonna touch the shoes today. We've done enough. Let's go look at her face and play with setting up the makeup. So one of my problems with my makeup is my current makeup doesn't block subsurface scattering or translucent colors. So we're going to set it up to do that. Why? I'll show you why. And I think Rod's here and barely listening because he's got yummy TV dinner. All right, let's find the makeup. Nope, wrong way. This way. All right, so we're doing eyeliners. And I'm going to creep in real close to the eye here, and I'm going to apply this one. I'm going to redo, I'm not doing that one. We're going to redo these for blacks. Also, I want to make sure that I'm not compressing. We don't have, so let's do, and it probably won't look, one of the problems I ran into is, oh yeah, I got to redo these anyhow because I moved my masks. Also, a problem I ran into with Jay's textures is they're weird. His surface settings are missing stuff. That shouldn't be a bother for what I'm doing today, so I can keep working on this. What we're going to do is we're going to select this face, and I'm going to fix some of the eyeliners, and then I want to do some eyeshadows. And we have a half hour, so we'll see how much we can get with this. Because LIE is slow. I might just do some of these, and then we'll switch to getting the eyeshadows. And then I'll fix the rest of these off stream. And I do have a couple eyeshadows, and I think they're working, but we'll test them later. Do I have a copy of this saved? So this is the default face right here. So I'm just going to use that to replace stuff. All right, surfaces, base color. So we want to tweak that. So we're going to go into layer image editing. And my layer image editor is acting weird. It pops up, but I don't see it unless I tap in and out. New color layer. It made me a new color layer. Yeah, I want a new color layer. I want my new color layer to be. And you know what? This 1919 dark gray is probably a good starting point for what we want to do. And then we're just going to add I need to add an image mask to this new color layer. Why can I not do that? It has a mask. Why did you come in with a mask? I don't know. Oh, because I tried loading something and it was broken. That's right. Let's fix it. All right, we're moving along now. I think this is in a makeup folder. There we go. And in a runtime and textures and me and CC and eyeliners. And we're going to start with this Eyeliner, Arabic, upper mask. So let's start with that one. And I think that's all I need to do, except it's thinking about it because it's LIE and it's that fast. All right, so this is good to go. I'm going to accept that. And with the absolutely blazing speed that is the layered image editor. There we go. There we are. I'm going to switch over to iRay for a second so we can see what we're doing. This is probably going to look like a weird ruddy brown. Maybe not. It is a little brown. This translucency is bleeding into my color. A lot of people, I see this often, have that like set to 0.5 or something. There's also another color that gets blended in here often. And I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to start with this. So I'm going to set this up so that color doesn't bleed through to the base colors. So we're going to add this into here. Same thing. I should put that color on my, there it is. Add the color layer. Change that. I'm just gonna, you're not my color, okay. 19, 19, 19. So I'm gonna put that right there. All right, looks good. Okay, now we're gonna just add that color mask again to this. Now I can add an image mask. And it went over there, but I want to come. I should stick that in here somewhere. Nope. I'm looking for projects, not people. Makeup. Runtime, textures, this, eyeliners, and I'm going to put that in there. Okay, now it's not bleeding. So do I want to do anything else with these? Some people use some sort of subsurface scattering too. Jay did not do that with this. Also, Jay's got these weird textures that I can't put image maps in here. I don't know how he did that or where he got this from. Anyhow, I'm going to save this. We're going to overwrite. Did I not accept you? I thought I did. You went away like you were done. All right, now we're, wait, update. There we go. Let's save eyeliner. I'm going to resave over this. We're going to save you as a layered image preset. I'm going to save this. I'm going to say yes. I don't need to save the lips because I didn't actually change anything. No, I changed you in 2 spots. Why are you only changing in 1? Did I inadvertently change something on the lips? Oh, I changed the translucency on the lips. Damn it, I'm going to cancel that. I had the wrong thing selected. Oy vey. There's your problem. I'm going to add that makeup directory into here because this keeps coming over here to where the skins are for the character being used. So I'm going to tweak this. There's a way to stick that. I'm going to try to pin. Actually, let's see if we can do that from here. So we're going to go to projects, going to makeup, right? Runtime and textures and me and CC and the eyeliners, and I want that one right there. Actually, can I pin this from in here? Pin to quick access. There we go. I'm going to do that. Okay, then I'm going to grab you, open you up. And then accept that. There we go. Okay, now we're going to save this LIE just for that. Right there. Overwrite that. Yes. I don't need the lips. I did make a change, but we're not going to use it. We're just double checking. There it is, reflections and translucency. Yay. All right, let's accept that. And hey, I'm good. I'm going to clean this off, so come back up here just to make sure. Put that on. And then come back over here and redo. Oh, did I save this uncompressed? If I saved it uncompressed, this might speed things up. I might be able to just use a text editor. If I didn't save it uncompressed, we're going to save it uncompressed. Did I not open you up? Yeah, there we go. God damn. Let's open with edit pad. Not that one. I want the good one. That's the old one. I want the new one. Why isn't my new one in here? Open with. Do I get choose another app? Wait. EditPad Pro. Are you the new one? Hey, there's the new one. Okay. Hey, it opened up. It opened up. It opened up. So what I can do is I can probably do find and replaces. Look at that. Okay. So what I want to do is go to the folder where my textures are. I'm going to try that for a couple of them. And then we'll do some eyeshadows. I am now watching YouTube videos on how to apply eyeshadow. Does not know when something suddenly works right. When something happens and you're going, this will save me time. So that I don't need. Why is that in my LIE? I should probably, you know what? I should probably turn that off and then we'll resave it. Let's try that. So here, we'll do the LIE again on the base color. I'm going to experiment here and see if this works. It keeps bringing this up, so I'm going to get rid of that. That is actually okay. So we're going to do this, and I'm going to accept that. Yeah, that looks weird. I know. Let's see how this goes. Then I'm going to pop over to here, and we're going to do this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to not include this. Can I just delete that? I'm actually just... Oh, god damn it. There we go. I'm just going to delete that. Apply this. Let's pop back over to this. Do that. Select that and get rid of it so it doesn't even save it. Accept that. Let's save this. I know it looks really bad. I'm hoping this works. Layered image preset. I'm going to overwrite that. I'm not compressing the file. Yay, we're not going to save the lips. So I'm just going to save this stuff and accept that. And then come into here, and can I just close you? Oh, hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm coming back. Hopefully I'm on camera. Not yet. Maybe now. Let's see. Can I open it? Is that in my recents? Let's get that. All right. I am optimistic. So there's the name of my eyeliner right there with that classic. We don't like space characters in here. So you know what? Maybe I should just replace all the space characters. Anyhow, this is the part I need over here. Right there. I'm gonna see if this works. And we're just gonna try to do a find and replace. I think on this, if I do that, there's a replace. So let's find the name of these. You know what? I just put you. Yes. No. No, that's the wrong one. Damn you. I wanted this folder to be in my quick access. Oh, well, we'll fix this. Here we go. So I can take, I'm going to replace Arabic upper with bar upper. That. Do this. And then, God, this stuff is so confused. I can never remember. What do you do? Replace all. Let's just do that. Okay. I wish there was something, replace 2 search matches. That's what I was actually expecting it to do. So I'm optimistic that this is going to work. So we're going to say File, Save As, and I'm going to overwrite. Let's do it like this. This was bar. So I'm going to overwrite bar, upper, lower, 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 upper, upper bar. I think that's it right there, upper bar. So I'm going to overwrite that. I think I'm good. I'm going to come in here. Let's put the skin back on. Let's try that. Okay, my skin is back on. My eyeliner's over here. I have accidentally overwritten the wrong folder here. That's supposed to be upper, not lower. Damn it. That's okay. I'm just going to do some stuff here. Upper Arabic. That should be. I'm going to leave that there. Can I just copy and duplicate you? I think I can't copy that. Come over here. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to sneak back over here for a second. I'm going to upper Arabic, rename, copy, undo, and actually then I'm just going to delete this. Delete. Yes, we're going to delete you. Back over to here. Rename this. Let me see if that works, by the way. That works. Excellent. Okay. All right, so that one works. I'm going to undo it. We're going to move you. I'm going to cut you and put you back where you belong. And then we're going to, so we just did the find and replace to do this upper bar. No. Oh. that was waiting for me to say yes, replace it. All right, let's try this again. Oh no, I killed Daz. Hopefully I saved my bracelet. I think I did. You know what? I clicked on that while that was opening. I think that's what killed it. Let's. I do want to leave that on. Let's get our stream safe gal in here. And we're just going to zoom in here on the face. Yeah, we're going to go back to our makeup. I think the bar file is fixed now. I think I just didn't save it from, so it was still broken. Did I go past the makeup? I think I did. I think I did. Maybe there it is. Okay, we did. People, Genesis 8, materials, there. Eyeliners and upper bar should be good. So I'm just going to do find and replaces. Also, this is also going to be how I'm going to change the color, because now I can just change the color in here. And then if I open up all of these black ones at the same time, I should just be able to do a find and replace for like that and put another color in its place. So I can easily do browns and blues and grays and I don't know, pinks and greens and whites. So many options, so little time. Anywho, anywho, um, let's so all right. So I'm going to take care of those later. Let's get some eyeshadow in here. I was playing with that in Substance Painter, so let's see if we can get a bold move and open up Substance Painter at the same time. I think I want to adjust. I want to create an eyeshadow that's going to go almost all the way to the brow line there. I have one that kind of comes out around in here. I think I'm going to want another one. So we're going to make one that's going to push out pretty far here. And I think I'll have an option for down in here. Put you away. Did I not click on Substance? I guess I didn't. So we'll get Substance in here. Let's put you over here so I can see chat if something happens. Put you over here. All right, Substance has loaded. Close that. Let's arrange you so I can still see chat. Let's open up the makeup file. Makeup eyeliner. There we go. I have to remember to rename these things. So all my eyeshadows aren't called eyeliner. This is where I left off. I'm going to come into here. I need to see some. I have a fill layer back here. I'm going to hide you. This has eyebrows. I think I'm going to set one up that's going to go further out here. So let's hide what I've got in here so far, which is, I think is that. And this is what I'm going to edit here. So I'm going to make a mask. Where are you? Is that you? Yeah, it is you. So I'm going to just start a new paint in here. I'm going to get my brush. Did I make a makeup? Did I call it makeup? Was I clever like that? Chris Cox makeup brush. I'm going to hope that's it right there. Except something's running a little slow. Come on, refresh you. Show me what you got. There it is. That's what it is. I know, it looks a little weird. Makes it easy for me to see things. I'm going to blur this out. So we're going to, here, let's put a blur on this. So I'm kind of basically going to just, actually, we'll do that in a second. So I just kind of want you to come all the way out to maybe here. I'm going to make that a little smaller. I'm going to kind of drag that just under here. And we're going to maybe get it so that it just gets into this corner as well. I want to smooth that out a little bit. I'm going to put a blur on this to blur it. So add a filter to do a blur. Gonna kind of tweak you up a little bit. Maybe blur it a little bit more. This is just where we're going to put our eyeshadow. I think that'll be fine. Running out of time. All right, I'm going to kind of just copy something I saw on YouTube. So we're going to put like a really, a couple of colors here, a dark, a light, a darker, and maybe a dark and a light here. Then we're going to put like a really light color here and a really light color in here. Kind of blur that stuff out. So this is going to act as a mask though. And I think I want to blur it a little bit more. So it really gets kind of feathered out on the edges. Did that help any? I can't tell. I keep dragging this and I don't see it doing anything. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to go with that. So this is going to become my eyeshadow mask. And I cleverly have this layer back here. I think that'll be fine. So I just need this metallic layer. Also, I can set up the color layer at the same time. So let's do the color layer. So let's add that back over to here. I'm going to go Google Summer Eyeshadow Color Palette. Uh, go. Let's try this. I'm going to play with how to do. So what I'm thinking is, well, you know, something like this would be in the center, only the light shade. I'll use this and this. There's not a lot of difference in there, though. I'm probably going to darken this up. Then I'm going to use this and one of these. I'm going to sample a light from that for the center. Or maybe I'll use this with these. Here, let's see how this goes. So this is what I got planned. I got that. And we want to make sure we go way outside the lines on this. And then I'm just going to put a color in behind it so that we don't, so it helps blend out stuff. So anyhow, let's start with another brush. So I'm just going to go with a basic hard, although you didn't change. Can I get rid of you somehow? I always forget how to get rid of this thing. Oh, I know you are. Are you in here somewhere? I can just change you here. So I'm going to sample that mid color. And I'm just going to put that right into here. Oh man, you are. Can we? Is that as soft as you get? So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to run this along here. Kind of like that. And I'm going to grab the darker color. And I'm going to put it over here. Doesn't really look darker though, does it? I'm just going to bring you through here. Let's grab that other color again. Which now I probably can't get a good sample of it there, or because I want to just kind of maybe have that up in here. Grab you a little bit more. Let's make sure you go way past the edges. All right. Oh my god, this thing is so hard to work with sometimes. Alright, I just want my lighter color now. Maybe I'll use that. Make that kind of like that. And I'm just gonna. Yeah, I love the way you were nice and round. There we go. I like that. And I'm gonna grab this light color. I'm gonna put that. Which side of the face am I on? Okay. I'm just gonna stick that. God damn it! And we're just gonna maybe put that right in there. Is that where I want that? I think so. Let's do that. Alright, we're gonna put a blur on this layer. Smooth everything out. I like that. I'm going to, one more thing. I'm going to now take this layer and I'm going to fill it with like that mid color. I'm going to save that, and that's going to be the color. And now we have our mask. So that will be my color channel. Looks kind of like that. This is going to be, I have this hidden over them. That's going to be my, is that going to be right? Oh yeah, this was painting metallicity. I'm going to kill that. I keep forgetting that brush has metallicity on it. I should have turned that off. Let's just set this to 0. There's my eyeshadow mask. There we go. All right, we're going to export those out. I have this preset here, 2-channel makeup. It saves just the color and that. I'm using the metallicity to make the mask, so it'll just be that. So we're just going to export those. We're going to pop over here and give it a name that's not eyeliner this time. This stuff I don't need. This is going to say eyeshadow mask. I need a name for it. I don't know. 04. Eyeshadow 04 mask. Come on, do something. Eyeshadow 04 base color. Alrighty. Cut those, pop back over to here. Alright, let's put our eyeshadow in. Anyhow, I want to clear this out. We'll do this when we do, so now we're going to do an LIE again. On the face. Surfaces. And I know it's past 9. I'm going to finish this up, then we're going to raid out to somebody. There's always Dr. DK. So we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to put it here in base color. We're also going to use our mask and translucency. For this, I'm just going to change the mask. Because I just want that. No, we're gonna use our color in here. Yeah, we'll plug our color in here too. Sure, why not? And my there you go. So I'm just gonna delete you. and delete you. And we're going to do a new image layer. And we've gone all the way over there, which is where I want. Is that my eyeliners? There we go. But we don't want eyeliners. We want eyeshadows, but that's next door. Paste that right there. Refresh or something. There you go. God, you are moving slow. I want that for the color. Then we're going to add an image mask. You didn't. What the hell? Why didn't you get flipped to both sides? Dang it. Open with over. Part of this didn't mirror, but the early stuff didn't mirror, but suddenly the later stuff did for no reason. We have a fix for that though. There we go. That snapped into place. I'm just going to duplicate this layer. I'm just going to flip it. Is there edit? Is it edit to transform? Edit, transform, flip. There we go. Do this. Save that. All right, disaster averted. There's our. I already loaded that though. We are loading up the mask. There we go. Are you going to refresh? There we are. Is it going to look weird? Actually, it's not going to look that weird because we only replaced the translucency. It'll look weird when we do this one. And it popped up, but it hid itself. Can I select all of this at once? That would have been too easy, right? Oh, God. I think it was this one. And then the image mask for that. That one. Hit accept. Okay, it's going to look really weird. All right, I think I'm good. I think I actually have it there. Of course, I've lost my skin, but that's okay. Now we're going to save this out, right, as an eyeshadow, and I'm going to call you 04. So we just do this, save as an LIE, eyeshadow 04. Save that. I'm just going to take a quick double check and make sure I've got everything. Yep, right, is good. Pop back over to here. Reapply our default face. I'm going to switch over to iRay. See if we can make this a little bit larger. There we go. Okay, so we're going to apply the eyeshadow first. This is the one we just made. Okay, I can actually see it. I can. Maybe I need to make it a little stronger. It's there, though. All right, I'm going to... This is running really slow. So I'm going to save this and close it. Okay, so I can't actually see the eyeshadow in there. It's not really bold, though. And then if we add the eyeliner, so we can come in and add... So I've got two good ones. I've got this one and this one here are the good ones. So we'll use the Arabic, should be fine. I think I'm going to blur these a little bit, the eyeliners, though. And I can't see stuff anymore because I got stuff in the way. You can go away. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. Let's just hide you. So while that's refreshing, there we go. So there's where I am currently with my makeup journey. That may be too subtle. I might want to do something else. Also, I might want something that follows. The brow and the texture that I was using is different than this brow, so that doesn't help, does it? Anyhow, let's find somebody to rate and call it a night. Thank you for being here, Rod. I appreciate that. If anybody popped in on the YouTube, howdy. Hopefully YouTube's been running. It looks like it has been. So I'm going to rate up on Twitch and call it a night. Thank you all for being here. Who is on? I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a Dr. DK night. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, Napspor's been lurking. Hey, cool. Glad to see you. I think what I need to do is maybe load this face texture in or into Substance, so it gives me a better feel. This will look better on lighter skins. She's kind of tan. I probably should make a darker skin and then lighter skin sets. Definitely need to make a darker skin set with a lighter skin set. Anywho, Twitch. Let's take a look at my Twitch channel. Chris Cox Twitch. Let me see who's on. I'll see if one of the art friends is on, and if not, maybe we can always just rate Dr. DK. Dan, Bad Tooth Records. He is just super cool. Zyrostana's still on. I'm going to rate Zyrostana. Let me see if I can get this rate off fast, because she's probably looking to rate somebody. Let's do that. And I know there's not a lot of you over here. But she still seems to be on. Normally she's off by 9. So let's do this. We're going to, here's the rate calls. Here's the sub rate call. I'm going to do this really fast. If you're not a sub, here's the regular rate call. And feel free to join the Discord. I'm going to do that. Alrighty. Let me see if we can /raid Control-B. Let's get that started. Let me come up here and copy my rate call. There we go. And thank you all for being here. I will be back Saturday, 1 p.m. More stuff like this. Probably I'll work a little bit more on the Summer Breeze outfit, Summer Blush, and then maybe some more on the makeup. So that's the plan for this weekend. And then, of course, 8 p.m., it's the Saturday Night Social. It's an art share. It's a Discord chat. It's an old cartoon. If you drop stuff in the Discord gallery, we will share it. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. And I hope you all have a great rest of the night. And let's do this. Let me see if my rate is counting down yet or not. Heyo, 8, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. Come on. There we go. Already. Hasta la vista, baby.